Hi everybody! So today I'm going to talk you through my easy everyday blow dry style. I'm not using a curling iron today. I'm using a few simple tools that are kind of your bare necessities to create a lot of different looks and to make your life a little easier. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and enjoy! Alright, so to get started, we're going to prep our hair with the Wella Elements Leave-in conditioner that I mentioned in my most recent favorites. I'm going to load my hair up on it. I don't think there's a particular amount of product you can use, especially with the leave-in conditioner, and especially one that's light and very versatile like this one. I am spraying it throughout. But I am actually, which I know sounds probably a little silly, especially since I have oilier hair, I will spray extra leave-in on my overly highlighted pieces. Even though they are closer up toward the top of my head, I am going to put extra leave-in right there. So go on and put your leave-in conditioner in. Now, next, I'm going to use a kind of vented paddle brush to detangle my hair. This is mine. It's from the company Global Keratin, but as you can see, it's a fairly simple brush. It has slots so air can go through it either way, and it's just very kind of open bristled, so it's great for detangling. Now, I'm not necessarily going to part my hair initially. I feel like your hair will part where it wants to part. Now, you have the right as a grown adult to choose a side, but I just feel like every day my hair is going to pick what side it wants to go to. So I'm just going to comb it back and let it decide later. Now, next, what I want to do, I want to keep some moisture in my ends. This blowout is not necessarily going to be your uber full over bouncy blowout. It's a little bit more of your everyday kind of cheap styling blowout. So what I'm going to do and apply to my ends is this Luxe-oil by Wella. It's a reconstructive shine serum that also is kind of part treatment. So it's going to add moisture to our hair. I'm giving it a whirl. So far I like it, but I'm going to use probably just 2 pumps, just so we don't get overly moisturize with our hair, but 2 pumps of your favorite shine serum. Make sure you work it through your palms, like fingertips to palms. Then start at the bottom, not the top. Start at the bottom and then work your way up your head, kind of focusing on those overly damaged spots like we did with the leave-in. But work that through your hair. Now, when you massage product into your entire palm, it makes it harder to make certain areas greasy and certain areas too dry. So part of product application and usage has to do with obviously just how you're using it. Make sure you're evenly distributing on your hands and your hair and isolating the product where you need it. I don't need moisture and shine at my root area. I need it at my ends. So that's going to help keep a blowout nice and fresh, keep me from getting greasy, but give my hair the nourishment it needs where it needs it. Now, to get volume in our blow dry, and you could honestly apply your volumizing product first or your shine serum first, it just depends. It's more about where you put it versus when you put it on. So this is the Volupt spray from Sebastian. It is a kind of a lightweight gel mist. I've used it on and off for a while, and it's what I had handy today. So what we're going to do is just kind of lift up the hair, spray it just on the crown. So we're really thinking about putting this product where we didn't put that leave-in and the shine spray. We want volume at the root, not shine. All right. That's another product that's also super awesome for fine textures of hair because it's hard to overuse. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to comb back through my hair and then I'm going to go straight into power drying. Power drying is when you're really just removing moisture from your hair just to get it probably 80% dry, and then you go in with your brush or your Velcro rollers or something like that to kind of detail and fine tune the look. So I'm gonna go on, comb through my product again, and we're gonna power dry, and here we go. All right, so our hair is about 80–90% dry. There's still some moisture in it so that we can actually build a bit of a style in there. So my next step in this blow dry, I like to call it, you know, more cheat styling. So what I always tell clients, and I even do myself, I love and highly recommend using rollers like these. These are Jet Set rollers, so they're the concept of a Velcro roller, however they're like rubbery. So they're easy to sanitize if you use it in a salon, and they're easy to keep clean and tidy when you're just using them at home. Now, even just using two, that can really help rev up your style. I like to use these, as you'll see, kind of in a kind of mohawk section on the top of my head. Now, that will give you kind of the ultimate volume, but also think about your top layers. They fall over everything else. So sometimes it's hard to get to the back of your hair. Sometimes maybe the sides, it's not just quite right. If you can rock out those top layers and then touch up your sides with your round brush, because it's easier to reach than the back and all that, those layers that you put in the rollers, they fall over everything and help camouflage so well. So that's kind of one of the tickets to really fudging a quick blow dry, making it look more polished, but you're just doing it at home. So what I'm going to use now, I'm going to use a little bit more of my paddle brush to get extreme volume and lift the root, over directing to the opposite side. I want that hair to lay. And then to fine tune the ends of the hair, I will be working with a kind of 1.5 inch barrel round brush. So that'll help me kind of soften those ends, give it a little bit more body. And then once those sections are dry, you know, and we're really talking about kind of this back rear crown area forward. Once that's dry, I'm going to go on and put those up in the rollers, and then we'll detail the underneath. So here we go. All right, so now we have those rollers in place, and we also used slide-in clips to keep them secure. If you don't have clips like that, you could use duckbill clips, or even bobby pins will hold it just fine. But that helps keep it secure and kind of up and out of your way while those layers are setting. So while those guys are fortunately out of our hair, we still need to refine this underneath. So what we're gonna do is take our round brush. I'm gonna go through and not hardcore isolate the layers, but you'll notice that I'm gonna go kind of in large sections. So I'm gonna round brush this section, get my brush in it, kind of hook it a little bit, and then spin and twist it out. And I'm gonna do that around that underside. Now what that's gonna do is create a soft amount of texture, like we've really round brushed the whole head. It's gonna give a little bit of bend and movement, but without being curly and without being overly just straight and blah. So it gives a little extra oomph to your shape, but without having to pull out a curling iron and everything else too. So here we go. All right, we're gonna let these little curls that we did cool just slightly. I'm gonna do a light bit of hairspray on those top layers, and then we'll take out our rollers and then run our fingers through everything. And this is what I was telling you. So right now you're seeing a lot of like the 90s flip go on. So if you wanted to have more of that, just see where it wants to fall. So if you wanted to have like that big 90s flip go on, you could leave it like that. Now, if you wanted to kind of wear it like, you know, kind of a softer, kind of deep side parted look, just play with it a little bit. Shimmy that front piece down. And you're good to go. So traditionally, something to keep in mind, when it comes to your front hairline, you're normally gonna have one side that kicks up, like our side, you know, our little 90s flip side, and then one side that wants to push down. So we've got this side that he's kind of my down side, and obviously we know which side is my up side. But this is kind of my easy go-to blow dry. It's still a little undone. It's not perfect, but it has enough polish that I feel like I look like a hairstylist. It'll last me a couple of days, and it's just kind of a win. So I hope this helped. I also am gonna put a few more little tips in the video too, so make sure to watch out for those. And I hope you love this video, and I hope it just helps you out. So enjoy your next blowout, and I'll see you next time. Bye.